great evening. Today, I'll talk you about a space. I want to give you a short introduction of a space to you. What is a space? A space is usually regarded as being completely empty, but this is not true. The vast gaps between the stars and planets are filled with huge amounts of thinly spread gases and dust. Even the emptiest part of space contains at least a few hundred atoms or molecules per cubic meter. Space is also filled with different types of radiation that are dangerous to astronauts. Most of these infrared and ultraviolet radiations come from the sun. High energy X rays, gamma rays, and cosmic rays, particles traveling closely with the speed of light, arrive from distant star system and space. No one can hear you scream. This is because there is no air in space. It is a vacuum. Sound waves cannot travel through a vacuum. They need a medium to travel. Now the question is, why is space so dark? Space is dark because there is nothing to reflect light. From space, the earth looks lit up because light from our sun reflects off sea and land and the particles in our atmosphere. Astronomers measure distance in space in light years. 1 light year is the distance light travels in 1 year. That's about 10 million kilometers. That means 6 million miles. US astronaut Mikhail Hart went on 4 separate space missions and spent more than 23 hours exploring space. When people they think of the following. Every star is a burning ball of gas. Our sun is a star. Space probes and artificial satellites are what scientists use to explore space. Astronauts feel sweatless and float around. Astronauts or cosmonauts are people who travel to space. According to astronauts, space smells like a seared steak, hot meal, and welding fumes. Where does space begin? It's a good question that doesn't have a definite answer. That's why space has long been defined as an area beyond Earth's atmosphere. There is no specific boundary that defines where space begins. There is no line in the atmosphere that has a sign that says space this way. There is no clear boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space. Outer space begins about 100 kilometers above the Earth, where the shell of air around our planet disappears. With no air to scatter sunlight and produce a blue sky, space appears as a black blanket dotted with stars. It gradually gets thinner as you move away from the Earth. You can find traces of the gases we breathe more than 100 miles above our planet, but eventually they dilute so much that it's no different from the near vacuum of space. Some satellites have measured thinner speeds of Earth's atmosphere out to more than 800 kilometers, nearly 500 miles away. They orbit well above our atmosphere and are officially considered to be in space. Anyone who flies above 80 kilometers, 50 miles in altitude, is usually considered an astronaut according to NASA. Now the question arises, what are vast galaxies? A galaxy is a family of stars, gases, and dust held together by gravity. Much of galaxy is empty space with distances between each star that are too hard to imagine. Galaxies differ enormously in size, shape, and mass, but they do fall into basic pattern depending on their shape, though we don't know what gives them a particular shape. Spiral galaxies. These disc-shaped galaxies spin slowly. They look a bit like whirlpools and often have two arms that curl out from a central bulge. The Messier 74 is an example of a spiral galaxy. Paradise galaxy have arms that wind out from the ends of a central bar of stars rather than from the core. The Milky Way is the example of spiral galaxies. Collision cores. Two galaxies may collide in a process that will take millions of years. The stars with the galaxies won't collide, but the gases and dust will. This collision can create new stars. Milky our galaxy is heading towards at the largest galaxy in our group, which is the Andromeda galaxy. It is predicted that in about 4 billion years, two galaxies will collide and become one single galaxy, Milky Elliptical galaxies. These galaxies are shaped like balls or eggs and are largely made up of old stars. They don't contain the gaseous clouds for the formation of new stars. An example of an elliptical galaxy is M87. Irregular galaxies. Irregular galaxies have no shape, they contain lots of gases and dust particles, and many are therefore active nurseries for the formation of new stars. The UGC 8201 is an irregular galaxy. Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is a spiral galaxy that is located about 2.5 million light years away from Earth. Although the Andromeda is extremely far, it can be seen with the naked eye. In fact, Andromeda is the farthest thing in the universe that we can see with the naked eye. Pinwheel Galaxy, a spiral galaxy with about 1 trillion stars located in the Ursa Major, also called the crater Bia. The concentration is the Pinwheel Galaxy. The galaxy has well-defined spiral arms and dust lanes extending all the way round the body of the galaxy. Tomorrow we will talk about the birth of the galaxy and how galaxy came into being. Thank you very much.